So after you beat the campaign, you get to unlock this commander, Dark Mercia. She's pretty cool, right? Yeah, she's not very good. So I'm gonna tell you why she's weak, how you play her, how you play against her, and how she could be improved. Reason 1. Ragna exists.
I'm gonna break you!
She has more damage, more range, more everything. She's just basically a better Dark Mercia. Reason 2. Healing is underwhelming. Reason 3. Damage and range is not very good. Reason 4. There's mages in the game. So all of this can be summed up in one example right here. See, Dark Mercia is at 1 HP. She grooves, gets a pretty good groove off, heals to full HP, but now just look at how Blue can respond. Blue can just heal back basically everything that Dark Mercia just did. And then now she's down to 1 HP again. Arguably, that was not the best groove, because she just got punished. Why? Because there's low damage, there's low range, and the healing is not very good. These are all good reasons, but the next reason is probably the most important one. And reason 5 is slow charge. For what it is, Dark Mercia is just a small circle that does damage. And then you look at the competition and you're like, but she's not unplayable, so here's some tips. So the best use of her groove is to groove and then let her army follow up. Because your opponent can't follow up with a mage shield on your turn, you could attack into their weakened army and get value out of that. Because you're attacking into a weakened army, there's more chances to open up more tiles to attack from, so you can attack more with your attacks. Now there are some really common attacks that doesn't kill in one hit, and even after the groove it doesn't kill in one hit. So like a knight hitting a knight, a sword hitting an archer, a dog hitting a dog, and so forth. So you have to keep in mind, some units even after the groove won't get killed in one hit. So what you could do is purchase an air rider, use Hex and the groove on the same turn, and then guarantee the one hit kill. Now there are some units that are guaranteed to be killed in one hit after the groove. So for example, a harpy hitting a knight, a dog hitting a soldier, or a mage hitting a spear. Now terrain does affect this, so you have to keep that in mind. But one of the advantages that Dark Mercia has is it's 30% off any unit on any terrain. Now if you combine everything together, then you get a new way to use a groove. So in this case, Dark Mercia used the groove to just damage 2 spears. But by damaging that 2 spears, the mages can move in and then one-shotting each one. And then hitting the key unit, which is the trebuchet, and winning the position afterwards. Now if you look at the same attack, but without the groove, notice how the groove makes a big difference. Now the mages can't one-shot the spear, and then the knight can't get to the trebuchet. Blue, in return, can return fire and then just punish Dark Mercia and win units like that. Now her groove is not the best, but if you want to win the game, you still have to make the most out of that groove. So you have to position her forward, but not too forward, and let your army be able to follow up after the groove. So there's a few do's and some few don'ts to play against her. So do stay further away from her army when she has groove. So the problem with Dark Mercia is she doesn't have the strongest groove, but her army can follow up with that groove and then get value out of that. So if your army is out of range of her army, then it's really hard for Dark Mercia to use her groove. Second do, threaten to punish her if she ever gets too close when she grooves. So a good way to do this is to use golems and mages. The mages can heal the golem after the groove, and golems will take a lot more than the groove to take down, and can do a lot of damage to Dark Mercia herself. Now for some don'ts. So don't stream units one by one, and don't hit Dark Mercia knowing that she could just heal it all back next turn. But this could be applied to any commander, so you could keep that in mind when you play against someone who's not Dark Mercia. Now for the last part, there's no control in this. Chucklefish can do whatever they want, but here's some recommendations or suggestions. So the first one, you can make her medium charge and then act like a different version of Ragna, where it's faster, but it's smaller, but you could heal. So next one is pretty simple, you just make the range the same thing as a Hex range. Now this one I think is the coolest one, where you make her groove able to overheal her and then let her keep that extra health as like attack damage. So she becomes stronger and she has more health, so she's harder to take down. Now for the last one, you could just make her groove castable at a range like the twins, so she doesn't have to expose herself and she could still do a big area of damage. So those were my thoughts of Dark Mercia. You could comment below on how you feel about her and what she could be changed to become better. I do read all the comments, even if I don't respond to all of them. So please do leave a comment down there. Thanks for watching.